punches.
You made that in the locker room, didn't you?
Well, a few times. But Barry, you know, it's starting to take its toll. Those punches starting to take a toll on Sean Mannion. I mean, his face now is starting to be worn. His nose seems to be slight, well, good right hand.
Very good right hand. Mannion's hurt. Tries to fight back. McCallum is on him. Mannion, he got a left hand in, and that backed McCallum off.
Slight swelling on the bridge of the nose of Sean Mannion.
A jab now working to the face very effectively of Mike McCallum. Mannion throwing a lot more arm punches than he was earlier.
That was a beautiful right uppercut by McCallum.
All right, break. Step back clean. One. That's it.
The tempo of the fight dictated by Mike McCallum almost from the opening bell.
This is also the classic confrontation, boxing against the puncher, the slugger. And for Sean Mannion, it's been tough because he's yet to figure out a way to get through to that left jab of Mike McCallum.
Okay, break, break. That's it, good.
This for the WBA Junior Middleweight Championship, a title, incidentally, that Sugar Ray Leonard once held. I don't know how many folks remember that.
I remember, Barry.
Beat Ayub Kaluli. I remember, too.
Now, those are beautiful shots now. That was arm punch to the head.
Mannion seems ready to go to me. He's a little bit rubbery here. And McCallum just peppering him.
Sean Mannion at this point has just become a stationary target.
He's a tired fighter, that is certain, as we come to the end of the round.
You've got to punch. You're not doing it. You understand? You're letting this guy. Give him a deep breath. Deep breath. Deep breath. Rub his leg.
Let's take a look at a combination here. There's a hard right hand by McCallum. A good uppercut. And here's another view of it. McCallum is a very good mechanical fighter. Whether he has the sizzle, whether he has the killer instinct, the personality to be better than just a good mechanical fighter remains to be seen. That's always been the question mark behind his name.
You got that right hand to the body, you understand?
Come right back with that left hook. All right, baby, come on.
Keep the jab going, you understand? Now look, keep your hands up.
We're coming to the 9th round. Perhaps a little bit of confusion in the corner of Mike McCallum. A couple of voices being heard. One, that of Dan Duva, who has not been with him for a long period of time. Lou Duva, I beg your pardon.
Well, they see an opportunity. Well, Barry, they see an opportunity, and they got just too excited, and he was instructed to do a couple things, which is very confusing for a fighter. But I think due to the experience of Mike McCallum, he knows exactly what to do.
Well, as you've often said, you don't hear any of that anyway.
No, you don't.
McCallum doing a blue-collar job on Sean Mannion, pretty much, just doing what he has to do. A mechanical performance, and as Larry Merchant said, perhaps not a true test of just how good this fighter is, but nevertheless, he's been workmanlike, and he's getting the job done. And a W is a W, and a championship's a championship. Shouldn't go on this way.
The straight punches will not do his job for Mike McCallum. I think the uppercuts will come into play and be very effective. The left hook, the right uppercut, but just put them together. The left jab is just setting Sean Mannion up for an uppercut or left hook.
And Mannion coming up with a very solid shot. And McCallum is on rubber legs now. And now let's see if Mannion can keep it up here. He definitely hurt Mike McCallum.
That has taken a 180.
like that.
Just because Mannion was hurt, he just fired up.
McCallum on his bicycle now, trying to get his legs back. May have him. And that brought the crowd alive.
No punches.
So it wasn't too terribly long ago that it looked like Mannion's legs were gone, and then just like that, he turned the thing around here, at least for the briefest of moments.
Well, Barry, with the way this fight's been going now, it's so unpredictable of the outcome.
Mannion trying to lean in and taking some pretty good shots from McCallum in the process.
Again, Mannion fights back after he's been hit by Mike McCallum.
Coming down toward the end of the 9th round. Well, as Ray's been saying, the impressive thing, the only impressive thing about Mannion through this fight has been that when he's hit, instead of falling back, he fires back. And that's a good sign. That's something you do want to see in a fighter, even when he's outgunned like this. Now here's the combination from McCallum that was led up to that good punch that Mannion finally did land, and it seemed to momentarily daze McCallum.
And you save them. You understand it. Save it. Okay. Okay.
Puffiness under the left eye of Sean Mannion now as well.
Come on, let's go, come on.
As Mike McCallum started to come to the center of the ring without his mouthpiece.
All right, break.
Mike McCallum actually had a similar incident happen to him back in October of 1983 when he was fighting Manuel Jimenez in Atlantic City. Seemed to be sailing toward a victory, which he ultimately got. But he was stunned by Jimenez in the 6th round, and just like that, Mannion goes down, but they say no knockdown.
Why is he pushing? I know you didn't mean that way.
This fight could possibly end up as far as who in the best shape. And the referee warned Mike McCallum for pushing Sean Mannion down. That takes a lot of energy also, Barry.
Mannion, watch your head, okay?
And it's really unnecessary.
Mannion will have to do it on guts if he's going to do it. Got a left hand in there. Should point out the fact that neither of these men has fought beyond the 10-round distance, and here they are now in round number 10.
Again, this is when Sean Mannion should go to work. He should be throwing punches now instead of holding on.
Mannion missed with the left, got a right home. Seems Mannion would prefer a brawl. McCallum not really willing to give it to him.
Well, that's exactly what Mannion does best. Inside, he fights well inside. On the outside, he's run into a lot of problems with a boxer like Mike McCallum.
McCallum waited for Mannion to straighten up that time, then threw the right hand out.
I see fatigue in both fighters now. In fact, the way that Mike McCallum's throwing his punches, they're becoming arm punches now. And he's off balance. He's walking in, he's making a mistake. Mike McCallum is making a mistake of just walking in straight up.
Suddenly this fight is becoming one at close range.
This is when Sean Mannion should connect.
And he got a left hand in there, and he might have hurt McCallum again. McCallum tries to spin him around, get him out of there with that jab, and does so. Counter-punching right hand by Mannion again at the bell.
Stay in this guy's body. Mike, this guy is dead. You understand?
You're hearing McCallum's corner.
Look, don't be in no hurry.
As you can see, neither fighter has gone as far as he's going to be required to go for the rest of this fight. Neither fighter has gone more than 10 rounds.
Just keep on winning these rounds. You understand?
Earlier tonight, Steve McCrory, the Olympic flyweight champion, made his professional debut, an impressive fourth-round TKO over Jeff Hanna. There is the face of a fighter. Round 11, and it appears this one will be won or lost on guts. Mike McCallum seemingly in command of this fight, but every time you really think he's going to put him away, up jumps Sean Mannion.
For some reason, Mannion thanks a resurgence of strength from somewhere, and he connects. And then all of a sudden he slows down, and then McCallum's able to land with that good left jab like he did there.
And Mannion has not been able to back up a good solid punch so far. His punches have been the harder of the two, and McCallum really came in here with more of the reputation as a puncher.
Signs of frustration on Sean Mannion's face. He shakes his head every time he's hit by the left jab.
McCallum's corner telling him to keep going downstairs, just keep winning the rounds, don't get careless. He seems to be well in front in this fight.
Okay, break. Get back clean. Both of you. Okay, good.
Halfway through this 11th round, as you see.
All right, break. No punching. Step back. No punching. Step back.
The crowd will react more to Sean Mannion's punches, as he has brought a gang of people down from the Boston area.
Now it's a lot of movement from Mike McCallum. And what Mannion should do, he should resort to a body attack. Slow that movement down.
Mannion has been breathing through his mouth since the 4th round. It does not seem to have affected him very much.
Okay, break. No punching. Step back clean. There you go.
Well, it's apparent, Barry, that both men are in fantastic shape. First time they've been past 10, and they still look good.
McCallum up on his toes a little bit more in this round, showing a little bit more leg speed.
All right, break. Watch the head, both of you, okay? Watch your head.